In this video, we are going to write equations in standard form when 2 points are given. There is a little bit of work to do for this type of problem. You would have first to write it in point-slope form. That's the easiest way to go, the shortest way to go. And then after you write it in a point-slope form, you turn it into standard form. For the point-slope form, I need the slope and I need a point. I can choose any of these points given, but the slope I have to calculate. When I have 2 points, remember how we find the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so I'm going to use these 2 points to find the slope, which is -4 minus 5 over 2 minus -3. And that equals -9 over 5. That's the slope. I'll use one of the points and write the equation in point-slope form. Remember, point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So how about we use this first point right there? Y minus 5 equals, the slope was -9/5, so I'm going to write -9/5, and then open parenthesis, x. Now the x is -3, so the x would be, the numbers in parentheses will be x plus 3, because x minus -3 is x plus 3. So I wrote the equation in point-slope form. I'm going to use that form now to write it in standard form. Okay, so let me get started. I can, as I showed in the video, in the previous video, I can cancel the 5 from here, because when we put it in the form a, x plus b, y equals c, a, b, and c will be integers. So I'm not going to need this slope. I need a whole number there. So how about I cancel that 5 right away? If I multiply by 5, I would have to do it to each term on the other side as well to keep the balance. So this 5 and 5 on the bottom cancels. And on the left side, I have 5y minus 25 equals -9 times x plus 3. Okay? Now, I'm going to use a distributive property. 5y minus 25 equals -9 times x, -9x, minus 27. I need the term that has the x to be on the left and the constants on the right. So if I add 9x to this plus 9x on this other side, that will cancel. In the meantime, as I'm working with a term that has the x, I can also cancel this 25. Add 25 to this side, add 25 to the other side. All right, that's going to cancel. So this is what I have left on this side. 9x plus 5y equals, on the right side, I have 2. And this is the final answer. This equation is in the standard form, where a is 9, b is 5, and c is 2. Let's take a look at another example. Again, I'm going to find the slope first. All right, and the slope will be 2 minus -7 over 3 minus 0. So the slope will be 3, because that's going to equal 9 over 3. So the slope is 3. Now let me write the equation. Y minus, how about I use this point right here? Minus 2, the y of that point is 2, equals 3 times x minus 3. The x of that point is 3. Now I don't have to worry about any fractions here, so I simply use the distributive property here, and we have y minus 2 equals 3x minus 9. I need that 3x to be on the other side for the standard form. So if I subtract 3x from here, subtract 3x from the other side as well, I have canceled that. In the meantime, I can work with that -2 as well, because I need that negative 2 to be on the other side, not here. So if I add 2 plus 2 here, and I do the same to the other side, plus 2 there, I've canceled that 2 as well. So let me see what I have left, okay? I have, on the left side, I have negative 3x plus y equals. On the right side, I have negative 7. But remember, the a has to be a positive integer. So to turn that negative 3 into a positive 3, I can either multiply it by negative 1 or divide it by negative 1. I kind of find it easier if I divide by negative 1. And I would have to do the same thing to every term here to keep the balance, all right? So that becomes a positive 3x, that becomes a negative y equals positive 7, and that's the final answer.